there, it's Jennifer. I am back at Hobby Lobby and we are going to check out what they have for fall. Okay, starting us off here, we have these cute little light up pumpkins. Kind of light ups like a marquee sign. The small one here is going to be $16.99 for that size. And then they do have more of an oblong shaped one here. This one is going to be also $16.99. Let's see if we can get, there's that one. For $26.99, they have this really nice metal wreath in all the fall colors. And they have this smaller wreath here. This one is going to be, let's see, $9.99 for this one. And this adorable little owl sitter is going to be $9.99. And what I'm noticing is there's some that are a lot more brown and some that are a lot more cream color. So you can kind of see. So if you want a certain one, make sure you go in store to pick yours out. And this does light up. It doesn't have a try me button though, and I don't want to pull out the little that little plastic piece that lets you turn it on. I just don't think that's right. I always look for one that's in when I purchase it, so I don't want to take that out for anybody else. There's this really nice wicker basket in the shape of a pumpkin. Let's see if I can put it on a counter and show you a little better the shape. Okay, that's a little easier for me to share the shape of it with you. Has the two handles up on the top there, but it is, it comes out like a pumpkin, so super cute, and that is $38.99. For $12.99, they also have this basket here with the black and white check and the burlap insert. For $28.99, they have this nice little pumpkin, I guess you'd call it a kind of a version of a lantern here. That's really, really pretty. And I love the burgundy colors in that. And for $42.99, they have this lantern here in the wood. Has the little metal ring at the top. Has the orange pumpkins, the little berries on it. And then it has these really nice orange sunflowers and some greenery. And that candle in there is LED, so that's gonna light up as well. And for $39.99, they have this really pretty topiary here. So this is like a really rustic reddish orange, that sage green, and then the cream there, and then has a nice little wooden basket. For $18.99, they have this nice throw blanket in the brown, tan, cream, and orange. And I can get this on the side here. It does have the multicolor tassels as well, so just pull out a couple there so you can kind of see. It's going to have that fringy tassels on the end, and that's really nice. I love the color combination that they chose for this piece. They've also put out a ton more candles. So I'm seeing spice cider and ginger crisp. These are $11.99 each, and they are 9-ounce candles, and they just have the single wick inside. And for $24.99, you have this extra large mason jar with the pumpkins and pine cones and cinnamon sticks and all the fall things in here. Cute little orange burlap ribbon at the top. And the lid of it is open, so it's just that crosshatch metal cover there, so the scent comes through and it just smells absolutely divine. For $9.99, they have this smaller wreath here. Get all those pretty fall colors. They also have these really nice little votive holders. These are $2.99 each in this nice, real pretty kind of brownish shade here. And I'm so glad I got to see these in person. These are $9.99 for the candlestick holders in this kind of goldish brass color. They've got some weight to them. They're pretty substantial. These are gorgeous. They also have these candlestick holders in that same tone. So the smaller one is $12.99 and the larger one is $14.99. These have some good weight to them too. And you can kind of see the top part here is sort of hammered there. It gives it a little more texture and detail. Really pretty. I love this shade of gold. I'm not big on the super shiny gold. If I'm going to do gold at all, I would lean towards something like this personally. Now these candlesticks, I wanted to get these last year and I decided not to. And now I'm kind of on the fence on if I want to get them this year or not. So I think they come in 3 sizes, but I'm only seeing 2 here. So this one is $21.99 and the taller one is $23.99. So I think we might be missing the small one. But what I love about these is they're like wrought iron, and they have, if you can see it on there, like a twist to them. I don't know if that's coming through at all, or if this is a better way for you to see that, but it's twisted, so it just has a little more detail on it. They also have these adorable little pumpkin shaped LED candles for $15.99. And then they have this one in the buttery pumpkin scent. It's a 2-wick candle in the shape of a pumpkin. And this one is also $15.99. For $11.99, they have this really cute candle in a glass mug. Has the 2 wicks on it. It is vanilla caramel cream. This smells so good. And it does come with a little card on top that looks like the foam in a design there. But when you take that off, the candle is just that off-white color, just so that awareness is out there. Really cute. And then they have this candle. This one is Heartland Harvest scented, and it is $18.99 and it is 13 ounces. They also have these little pumpkin spice scented sachets. They bring these back every year. I want to say they're only $1 or $2, $1.99 for those. And they have this candle as well, pumpkin spice latte. It is going to be $16.99, and it also has, this one has just a single wick and that paper on top, so it's just going to be like a white or cream color candle inside, but this one also smells like heaven. And similar to the Heartland Harvest, they have this Plentiful Harvest scented candle in that dark, deep orange color. Again, it's a 3-wick candle, and it's going to be the same price, $18.99 for that one. And those also come in smaller containers. So these are going to be $8.99, 5.8 ounces for the smaller ones of those. And these fluted candles were hugely popular last year. I'm glad they brought them back. $7.99 for this 3-inch by 4-inch candle. So it's 4 inches tall, 3 inches across. And then the taller one is 3 inches across, 6 inches tall, $9.99 for this one. Love that. And then they do have some tricolor ones. So they have one that is in the like yellows, oranges, and browns, and one that is more heavy on the oranges and yellows here. So this one is Plentiful Harvest, $9.99, and this one is Harvest Pumpkin, also $9.99. And then they have the smaller version too. These are going to be $7.99. And for $11.99, they have the smaller version of that LED pumpkin shaped candle in the sage green, and I want to compare the size, so hang on one second. Okay, there's the size comparison. So the smaller one is $11.99 and the larger one is $15.99, but hopefully that gives you a good idea of size comparison. This one is absolutely gorgeous. This is glass, and it has a just a printed image on it of these wildflowers. This is $10.99. It does light up. Really pretty. I just love that print on there. Oh, this is another one I was really hoping to see. So these candles are imprinted with a leaf pattern on them. These are $6.99 unscented for 2 10-inch candles, and these are real candles that you could light, but I love it. So it comes in that cream color, comes in the orange color. Those are the only 2, and then they have that darker kind of burnt orange of the pillar candles that we saw earlier, 10-inch as well, $6.99 as well. So those are pretty. I love these. Well, I like the cream ones personally. Those are pretty. And then they have these little pumpkin votives, a set of 3 for $6.99. And for $14.99, they have this fragrance warmer, or like a wax melt that you can turn on and off, and they even have some wax melts to go with it in the caramel macchiato scent. And for $18.99, they have this gorgeous small wreath. You kind of see compared to my hand, just one of those smaller ones. You can put it on a table and put a candle in it or a pumpkin or something like that for a centerpiece. Another idea would be to hang it on some cabinet doors or behind some bar stool chairs. This little cutie is $19.99. I love that his little bottom scoots back as the kickstand for this little door leaner front porch welcome sign. Okay, they've put out a few of their prints too, so $11.99 each. You have this burnt orange background with the white pumpkins, or this cream background with the multicolor flowers and the white pumpkin. And for $10.99, you have your choice of these two wall decor gnomes. They also have these little door sachets here. Well, they're not really sachets, they're just little door hangers, plush door hangers. $7.49 for 'Tis the Season, and the same price for In All Things Give Thanks. For $10.99, they have this door hanger. The leaves are wood, and then there's metal and the metal jingle bells here. That one's pretty, and that's in the kind of the brown and orange tones. And then they have the orange, yellow, and green version as well. Same price. And here's another little picture that they have. This one is $7.99 with all the little puppy dogs. And this wall decor here is $9.99 for this one. This one is about 2 feet tall. It does have a metal embellishment here and the little twine hanger here for you if you want to hang it up. They also have this one of the barn here. This is $20.99. Okay, this reminds me, if you're a Halloween lover and you remember last year that viral trend of getting like more of a landscape picture, like of a pumpkin patch or a barn or a house or something, and adding, like painting your own little ghost in it. This reminds me of that kind of a picture to do that. So if you're looking for something, this might be for you. Otherwise, it's just a beautiful, serene image for fall. And this one is $19.99 with all of the oranges and yellows that you see for the fall season. I want to say this one's new for this year as well. And for $13.99, we have this one here with the arched frame. I'm so glad I live in a world where there is fall. And then this one just says Hello Fall. And for $17.99, you have this wall decor here with the back of the truck. The blue one says Give Thanks. The kind of burnt rusty red one is Happy Harvest, and the cream truck is Fall Blessings. For $17.99, we have this one here. This one is about 1.5 feet tall, more or less. This says Leaves Are Falling and Autumn is Calling. Love that dark brown background. Not something we usually see at Hobby Lobby, so I am really liking this one. And for $34.99, we have this picture here. I believe this is a return from last year, and this one does come in 2 colors. So you have the one here with all the oranges and the cream pumpkins, and then you have this one here in the blue, teals, and creams. Same price, $34.99, and this is kind of a larger piece as well. For $14.99, you have this Thankful and Blessed wall decor, and this does have glitter on it here and the writing. And then there's this version as well, 'Tis the Season to Be Thankful, and the words season and thankful have glitter on them. And this embellishment is 3-dimensional. The leaf is metal here, and I'll say this one here, this part is 3-dimensional, and that's metal as well. Those are really cute. I like those. And then they have this picture here of the chapel. This one is $25.99. And these wall decor pieces are also comebacks from last year. So you have the cream or the orange. Welcome piece does come out 3-dimensional, and the leaves here are metal, and of course you have the straw bow tie there. They also have a couple of garden flags out, so they got Snoopy here. Looks like it says Falling Leaves and Pumpkins Please. They also have this one here, The Best Days Are Fall Days. Okay, there's a couple more flag signs here. These are $5.99 each. You have Give Thanks with the scarecrow and Welcome with the pumpkin and the sunflowers. For $10.99, you have these large garden stakes. You can kind of see, compared to my hand, how big the flowers are on those, and they have the long stick. That stick is probably well, the whole thing is probably about 3 feet, so maybe 2.5 feet on the stick and about 1/2 foot on the flower. And then they have smaller versions of them as well. These are $6.99 for those, and you can see the size difference there. For $16.99 they have these garden signs as well. So this one comes in the orange and white, and it also comes in the teal and orange. I think these are new for this year as well. Or they've been redone, kind of upgraded from the ones they had last year. I'm really not sure which, but the paint strokes and the shadowing on these, I don't remember that much detail on the ones they had last year. So again, I'm not sure if they're completely new or if they've just been upgraded a little bit for this year, but they have these 2 colorways here if you like this one. And for $29.99 we have the fall sign back again for this year. I'm only seeing it so far in the orange. I do believe it comes in a white color and maybe a multicolor, but if we see those I'll let you know. But for now at least I'm only seeing the orange one. And for $30.99 they have this humongous pumpkin yard sign. The diameter across has got to be at least 3 feet, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, it is huge. And then it's all metal, of course, for outdoors. But yeah, if you're looking for something gigantic, here you go. And for $3.49 each, you have your choice of these little scarecrows in the green or the burgundy. Or you can choose these ones. These are also $3.49 each in the orange or the blue. And for $4.99 you have these larger ones here in the tan overalls or the blue denim colored ones. And we got some new garland in here. So we got the burlap one in the traditional brown burlap tan color, olive green, and the orange, and these are all $14.99 each. And then you have this one here with the flannel in the green and the burnt orange and the burlap. That's $10.99. And then we have the bows. So you have these, I want to call them chiffon bows here for $19.99, and they're all ivory. Or it also comes in this nice pumpkin orange color. Those are really pretty. I can almost see this one used for Christmas too, or a birthday, baby shower, wedding, almost anything. This would be a really versatile one, Valentine's Day, to have just on hand for all year round, all holidays. And these two are $19.99 each. And then for $6.99 they have these little wood kind of MDF particle board kind of pumpkins here. These are $6.99, and it comes in the orange as well. And for $8.49 you have these little sweater pumpkins on the garland. So this one is all orange. Did I say the price? $8.49 for this, or in white. It's kind of an off-white or winter white for those. And then they also have this one here. Let me get one that's not tangled. So this mushroom one, you have that kind of golden tan, green, and a rusty burgundy color. And these are going to be $8.99 for this garland as well. And then $7.49 you have this beaded one here. And for $7.99 you have this beaded one. For $12.99 you have this burlap and felt garland. It's going to say thankful on it. Look what I found in the box. We got little gnomies. Little gnomies are $9.99. And see, we got the one holding the cornucopia. This one says hello fall. This is a different one holding a little pumpkin. These are cute. Let me know down below, do you still like the gnomes? Are you over it? I don't, well, that's not true. I wanted to say I don't personally decorate with gnomes, but I have a couple from years past that have stayed in my stash. I have one for St. Patrick's Day, and I have a couple of small ones for Valentine's Day, but actually I didn't decorate with either of those this year. But anyway, let me know down below, are you still liking the gnomes, or are you over them? And for $12.99 they brought back the boucle pumpkins. So I'm seeing them in that kind of rusty orange and the cream. Okay, on the last video we saw this bowl filler here. I'm now seeing it in the cream colorway. So the one that we saw before had all those teals and blues in it. Let me see, this is a better look at that. And then it also comes in this more metallic colorway with kind of a metallic orange and silver, and then the cream pumpkins have gold on them. So you just all different kind of metallics in this one. These are $12.99 each for those. And for $8.49 they have this bag of bowl filler. These are really vibrant colors. So I don't know, they remind me of candy. But those are here. And for $12.99 they have this bowl filler too. Has the words in it. It says thankful. There's a couple of them in there. The leaves and the flowers, super vibrant. So this might give you a better angle of all different sides of the boxes. And for $6.99 they brought back the little animal pumpkins. So we got the owl, is that like a little hedgehog or something, a fox, a piece of paper randomly stashed here, and a raccoon. Those are cute. And then they also have these little palm-sized pumpkins that say so thankful and very blessed. These are $5.99 each. And we saw the faux leather wreath hanger in the last video. That's $6.99. And now they have these here. These are $9.99 each. So the hanger itself is metal, and then these pieces are wood. So yeah, that comes in this is a dark brown hanger with the orange pumpkin, or you get the black hanger with the white pumpkin. That's $9.99. That might work for me for Halloween, actually. I'm gonna think about that. This is $9.99 for this metal hanger. This is a brown as well. And then it has the two different leaves here. That back leaf is more of a brown color, and this front one is more of an orange color. That's $99 also. For $85.99, they put out this wreath. This is gorgeous. I love the asymmetrical wreaths. So I don't know, let me know, do you like that, or do you like just to have everything all the way around on your wreaths there? Let me know what you think. They have filled in the pics, so we're gonna kind of see if we remember what we saw and what we didn't see. I think we saw something similar to this last time. This is going to be $2.99. This one's going to be $3.99. This little bundle is one piece. This is going to be $8.99 for this. $3.99 for each of these in the ivory, the orange. This is kind of like a mauve-y color. And for $4.99 we have this one here. That pumpkin it's almost like sugar crystals on it. It's like a golden orange pumpkin underneath, and those sugar crystals they're kind of clearish white, if you can see that. Gives a really cool look to it. And then the bottom of the acorns are metallic and glittery, and these things here, whatever those are called, are gold glitter as well. That's going to give a ton of shine and texture to any arrangement. Really pretty. I could see that on a wreath or a garland. Gorgeous. These are $1.99 each. Really pretty color. For $1.99 they have this kind of orange, burgundy, yellow colorway stem. I don't remember if we saw this one. This one's going to be $2.99. Has the pumpkin and the pine cone and the berries. So we saw this one in the brown colorway last time, so now they have it in the brighter colors, more fall colors. This is $2.99. And just to jog our memories, there's the brown one. And for $2.99 they have this fern here. This is a copper, like a metallic copper. Hopefully that metallic shine is coming up on the camera for you. That is so pretty. This might go on the wish list as well. That's really nice. For $1.99 they have these little pods. That gives a lot of texture and dimension to any kind of arrangement or floral design that you're working on. And for $1.99 they have this greenery, and it comes in a variation of colors on it. Really pretty. It just looks like the leaves are transitioning to fall. I actually picked up several of these last year to use with my florals. It just looks so nice. Let me show you. So real quick, that's how I would use that stem, just kind of as a background or a filler to just give some dimension and fill out an arrangement. So I just put this together just super quick. So it's not my best work or anything, but just gives you an idea of how you could use something like that. And for $2.99, they have the burgundy stem out now too. This is the shorter stem. I know this was super popular the last few years. So if you don't want to wait and potentially miss out, they're here now in store. So this again is $2.99, and it's going to be a steal of a deal when it is on sale. And also for $2.99, they have the blue eucalyptus pick out too. This is really flat from being shipped, but once you fluff it out, this looks really gorgeous. Okay, and back to the boxes. Look what I found. This little wicker pumpkin in orange. It is $16.99. It has an opening on the bottom, so I guess you could put a light through it. I don't know how much light would come through, but they have it in orange, and then they have it in the traditional wicker color, that lighter wicker color. It's a little jinged in here for me to take out, but those are adorable. We also have these plush pumpkins here. These are $10.99. They're kind of on the smaller side. I'm just seeing the cream and this kind of mustard yellow orange color here. $10.99 for those. And for $15.99, they have this wooden pumpkin here with the beading on it. These are great because you can stick florals or a candle inside, like an LED candle inside. Make a nice little centerpiece there. So they have it in the brown with the little brown and green leaves. And then they have those same leaves on the white version. And then they have these little rustic pumpkins here in the orange and the off-white with the curly Q stems. These are resin. These are $17.99. And then right below it, they have this white one here with the gold. That is a nice shiny gold. It's like very shiny gold. And there is a bit of glitter on it too, but not too much. $25.99. That glitter is almost like a little bit of fairy dust on top, not heavily doused in the glitter. But that is really pretty if you want just a little shimmer there. Now they put these kind of olive greenish, brownish colored pumpkins out, but there's no price. It looks like they fell off where that sticker is, that piece of tape. But they have a nice big opening on the bottom that you could put a little LED votive candle in there. And then they have these little tiny ones here for $13.99 in the lavender, and these are sealed at the bottom. You're not going to be able to put anything in those, but they're pretty small. I don't know if you'd fit one in there anyway. So they have it in the lavender. They also have it in the clear here, and it does have little white markings on it here, and they all look a little bit different. Some have more of those white markings, some have less than that. And then they have this orange and cream colored one. Like that one has a lot more orange on it, that has a lot more cream on it. And then they have this kind of Tiffany blue color one as well. And once the sale hits, the price is going to be pretty competitive to the glass pumpkins that we see at Home Goods and At Home and those kinds of places. They're a little pricey without the sale at $13.99, but once the 40% hits, it's pretty competitive pricing. They also have these large acorns here. They're kind of large. You can see kind of fits in my whole hand here. These are $8.99. Okay, in the last video, we saw these little orange, very realistic palm-sized pumpkins. So now I'm seeing them in the cream. And then these are new on the shelf. These are kind of a smushed pumpkin here in that sage green. Has a flat bottom there. That way, so that's the only way they're gonna sit up. These are $9.99. Oh, not these, and just to remember, that's $6.99 for those. And then that squished pumpkin family, $9.99. The white one is here, so they're about the same size, but the shape of them is a little bit different, which is kind of nice. Then you can kind of mix and match the colors for your own little scene, and it gives that different in tone and dimension and coloring. Love that they did that for us. And then also in that family, they have the orange one. So we're gonna get 3 different variations of this little squished pumpkin. Love this, so pretty. I am currently wedged in this tiny little space between all these boxes and the wall, so forgive me if I'm a little bit close to these items. These are $5.99. They come in 2 different colorways with the brown, though this is really more of a winter white and kind of a brownish copper, and then you have the tan and ivory and the gold on here. Again, those are $5.99 each. Love the texture, love the sparkle on it. Very glam girl kind of look. And for $26.99, you have a variation of these pumpkins we just looked at in a larger size. This is the off-white version. Again, that is $26.99 for this one. I love that curly Q stem on it. That is really pretty. And I imagine we're gonna see this in other colors as well. I'm just seeing the ivory right now, but I love how this side of the pumpkin is higher up than this side. I don't know if that's coming across on camera so well. It's really hard to show that on film, but I love the bumpiness of it, all the different ridges. I love the paint job on it, giving it a lot of dimension, and the texture, it's stunning. One of my favorite pumpkins they have here. They are resin, but it looks like they're covered in burlap, and they have glitter on them for sure. They have it in this nice kind of an ivory tan color. This is more of a yellowish undertone to it, and then the orange. So 3 different colors, all the same size. They're all $10.99. And those smushed pumpkins earlier that we saw in the orange, white, and teal, they come in like little palm sizes as well. These are going to be $6.49. These are going to be great just for little nooks and crannies, shelf styling, tier trays, that kind of a size for you there. So it's really pretty. Now, these little filigree resin pumpkins are stunning. I have one in white and a dark brown, and the one year I got it in a dark brown, it had to be, goodness, at this point maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I've never seen it in the dark brown since, and I would love for them to bring it back in dark brown. So Hobby Lobby, if you by random chance are watching my video, please bring this back in the dark brown. Brown is trending right now. People would eat it up, I believe, and I need a new one. So bring it back in the dark brown for me. That would be so appreciated. These are $12.99. I'm gonna put my hand around it so you can get a size of how big it is. And they only have it in the ivory and the orange right now. They do have miniature ones in a 2-pack. We'll see if we can find those and I'll show you, but they're super tiny. They're more like this size. In the ivory for sure. I'm not sure if the 2-pack comes in the orange, but if we see them, I'll show you. And for $12.99, this is new this year. This little thankful pumpkin piece there. It's about a foot long, more or less. And they brought back the turkeys here, so they have it in the copper and in the gold. Still wish they'd bring it out in a white or a silver. $17.99 for each of those, and they are pretty narrow from the front, and then they have a longer profile. And for $19.99, they have these tall scarecrows. So this is the scarecrow girl here, and this is the scarecrow boy. Same price, $19.99. And I'd say it's probably 5 feet tall from like the bottom of the stick to the top of his head there. So yeah, it's a good size for those. Okay, we saw this basket a little earlier, and honestly at this point I don't remember which size we saw, but it comes in a couple of sizes. So the smaller one is $9.99 and the larger one is $12.99. Actually, I think we saw the $12.99 one, so I'm seeing it in 3 sizes. $14.99 for the largest one. And for $11.99 they have this doormat here with the blue truck. And for $10.99, look who I found. I found the little birdies. Okay, so let's see. There are 4 to choose from. So we got this little one in the orange jacket with the bow tie, the little pointy hat, and the sunflower. This little gal here, she's got more of a red coat. It has a kind of more of an orangey undertone to that red with the plaid, and she has the matching sunflower there with a leaf in her hair. And then we have him with his little green scarf and his glasses and his cap. And we have this one here with a bow tie, tweed jacket, and fuzzy little cap. Looks very cozy. For $19.99, we have this copper metal pumpkin here. It does have an opening on the bottom that you can put an LED candle in it, and then it has the silver leaves on top. And we have these little bud vases here. So we have this amber brown color. These are $2.49, and then it also comes in the sage green. And for $9.99, we have this little tabletop piece here. And for $8.99, we have this nice olive green vase. That's really pretty color. And for $23.99, they have this olive green and ivory pillow here. It's a little bit bigger than this one with the pumpkins on it, but look how nice they look together, that you can layer on your couch or sitting chair, or wherever you want to put your pillows. That looks really great together. And especially because the back of this one is that same green tone. Great match. And for $14.99, we have the outdoor mats. We love fall most of all. They also have the white pumpkin. This is also $14.99. And for $21.99, they have Charlie Brown and Snoopy jumping into a pile of fall leaves. For $13.99, they have this welcome mat with all of the mushrooms. Be cute for fall. And this is part of the spring shop, so it's 50% off right now. So $13.99, so it'd be like $7. They also have these really pretty bow ribbons here for $8.99 each, and the check, the plaid, and thankful. And they also have their hay bales out, or their straw bales out. So this one is $24.99. There's the dimensions, 9.5 inches by 12 by 24. And then this one's $13.99, and that's 8 by 8 by 20. And for $7.99, they have this one that is 5 by 6 by 13. But even with the discount, shop around for these, because there's gonna be a ton of places that have straw bales for sale. They are also putting out all of their arts and crafts. So let me know if you want me to go through all of this. It's probably too much for today's video, so we're definitely coming back. So I can add this to the next video if you want me to go over it in detail with every item, every pricing, or if you just want a quick overview. So leave in the comments what you prefer. I don't want to make videos that are too long that you're not going to watch. But if you are interested, I love to do crafts, so I'll be looking at it for myself anyway, and I'd be more than happy to go through this for you. So just let me know in the comments.